Oh my god, I forgot to start recording. Good thing I didn't start drawing yet. Well, that's fine. My VOD just won't have the me yapping for 20 minutes in the intro. They won't miss anything. Yeah, it looks like it's a color maybe, or sapphire? I don't know. Something like that. They were just making up random BS. Yeah, they were. They absolutely were. Okay, let's do our sketch. New layer. Let's get our grid going. Drawing guide. So it has like a really big chunk. Oh, that's too big. This too big brush. Too big brush. A little bit smaller. It has like a really big chunk that does like that. No, it goes like straight up. And no, stop it. Stop it. Straight up and then kind of like that. Down here. And then another big chunk that points out like that. And then another one like this. And then the part right here is like that. And then there's another chunk right in front. And then one that sticks out here. Okay. Alright, let's make this look actually interesting. Let's see. I think I'm gonna... Let's see. Alright, I don't have the layer selected. So first off, I need to center it. So let's put it like right here. Ish. Let's do... Thank you, Mayhem. I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoy them. Let's see. Need a bigger brush since I'm blocking out so much. Let's do like that, I guess. And then this one can come like this. And then we'll have this one poke out like this maybe. Do I want this to be like longer? Like that maybe? Like come in like that. Or do I want it to be like kind of fat and then come in? I think that looks good. I might do like to balance the shape a bit. I don't know actually. The shape doesn't look too bad, but to balance it, what I do sometimes is I'll do like stuff like this and then just color it black. Let's see what that looks like. Whoops. I think it would look good for like just a regular graphic, but since it's going to be so small and it's an icon, I don't think we need that. I think the clarity of the shape is more important than making it look good. Okay. Delete that. Make you lower. Size 5. Alright, shape done already. That was easy. I don't need the sketch anymore. Now we just need to figure out colors. Let's see, what were our other colors we were going with? We did like a bright purple. It has been pretty bright this whole time. Do I want it to be blue? I'm trying to think how blue I want it to be. Because I don't want it to be too close to the triangle or the Stone of Treason. Yeah, I think it might be better to do it purplish. Like, maybe instead of a pinkish purple, just like a bluish purple. Let's see. So I think I was using like this one before. So we'll go this way instead. And we'll lighten it up a little bit. I think that'll look good. Missed when you went from the sketchy lines to really clean. Did you just clean them up after you sketch? No, I did line art on top of the sketch layer. Oh, congrats, Bear, on conquering your fears. Yeah, I deleted it already, but I had a sketch layer underneath, and I just did line art on top. Oh, I just realized I could do this. Hold on a second. Where's the time-lapse replay? And it's gonna go through Spinel and stuff. If you're still watching Mayhem, here you go, you can see what I did. Come on, hurry up. Yeah, so I did the sketch, and then I did the line art on top of the sketch, and that's where we are. Nothing that impressive. Yeah, just line art on top of the sketch. Taking notes. Alright. There's our velvet blue, in quotes. You do sketchy lines when you start off drawings? For me, it depends on what I'm drawing. Like, hold on. Let me see if there's anything that I can show you guys a time-lapse of that is more my typical method. These are all really old. What's something more recent? I don't know where I put that picture. I know one, I think, but okay, here we go. Let me see. Okay, yeah. So this one is a better example of my current process. Because I usually go through like a lot of fighting with the sketch stage when I do stuff. So I'll show you the time lapse of this one. Fighting with faces, like always. I hate drawing faces so much. Bane of my existence. Fuck faces. And then, okay, so can I pause this? No, I don't think I can pause it. But yeah, this is my sketch right here. Like, once this is done, sketch over. I'm doing line art now. This is line art. I don't typically do a lot of sketching. Like, if I do sketch, it's very vague, and then I much prefer to do, like, line art. Line art is what I like to do when I draw. Zoom out a little bit more so you can see. Oh, and I did sketch this jacket because I was like, I don't know what the fuck I want that to look like. So the jacket was really difficult. Oh, thank you, Mayhem. This was a piece I did for my fiance. It's one of their characters. And then also you can see me fighting with the cape as well. Like, I don't think I put their cape in. I think they're supposed to have a cape and I didn't. Yeah, I didn't put their cape in. There you go. That's it. All done. Yeah, let me see how many sketch layers I have on this piece. Oh, here's my sketches. So it went through one. Is that one? No, here's the first sketch. No, here's the first sketch. So 1, 2, 3, about 4. Four if you count this one. I don't think I count this one up here because it's not it's just me like redrawing and I just like drew over it for the top layer. So I think like 3 actual sketches, and it was mostly just like I did a stick figure and then I did like the hair and the body shape, and then for this one I had to draw in the shirt because I didn't know how I want the shirt to look. Does this make you want to get back into art? Good. Art is good. Oh, I also have wait, let me see. Now I'm just showing and telling, but this one is also an okay one to show. That one is just a trace of JK's work. Oh, and then this one is massive because it took me so long. Okay, I can show you this one if you want to see me struggling a lot. So this one is still unfinished. I started the line work for it, but it's still unfinished. And this is a picture that I'm doing for my sister. One of these days I'll finish it. But if you want to see me really struggle, this is what it looks like when I really struggle trying to get a figure. I went through so many different versions of this. Like, I kind of knew what I wanted, but I couldn't really figure out like where the legs and the arms I wanted to go, because I knew like the way I wanted the hair to look behind her, but I couldn't figure out like, did I want her arms up or down or at her sides, or like did I want her legs like she's jumping or like on the ground? Like, how do I come up with, or do I come up? No, I look at millions and millions and millions of reference photos before settling on a pose. I am terrible at posing characters. I have to look at so many poses. That's why when people commission me, I'm like, please, for the love of God, give me a reference. Please know what you want from me, because I am dookie at doing that myself. You can't just say, I want somebody hanging out with somebody else. I'm like, okay, I'll try. So yeah, the big part of it was this hair. I knew I wanted the hair to do like this like S or hook shape behind her. And I was trying to figure out a pose that would look good with that hair shape on it. So that took a long time to figure out like exactly what hair shape was going to work with the pose that I had eventually settled on. Oh, is this a sketch? Yeah, that's another sketch layer. So now I'm cleaning up the sketch layer. I'm doing another sketch layer on top of that sketch layer to clean it up a bit more. Struggling with hands. We've all been there. I think I ended up cutting off the feet for this picture. Oh yeah, I drew this bow in a different canvas and then just pasted it in here because I couldn't get the angle right. So I just drew it normally and then I put it into this canvas and like turned it and adjusted it. One of your friends was giving you art advice and basically said not to do the sketchy lines. Think it made it harder for me in the long run. Really like watching what you do. Okay, so this is the line art layer now. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. My bad. Do what you want, Mayhem. That's my advice. If you want my advice for getting good at clean line art like I am, what I did is get a traditional sketchbook and a pen. Don't worry if it's quality or not. Don't worry about the quality of it. The only thing I would say is don't get a ballpoint pen. So get like a felt tip pen Get like a Sharpie, like a thin Sharpie. One of those is really good. Those are usually pretty cheap. The Sharpie liners or whatever they're called. Get a pen like that, and then get a notebook or a sketchbook. Doesn't matter how cheap the paper is or whatever. And what you're gonna do is you're going to draw in pen, and you are not going to do a sketch first. And it sounds scary. It is scary. It's very scary. But if you want to get better at line work and doing confident line art, you have to get better at putting down lines without worrying about where your sketch is and like what your sketch is. This is how I practiced and got really good at doing line art the way I do it. Yeah, it sounds really scary, but if you just keep doing it, if you do like a drawing every day or a drawing once a week, like doesn't matter how often you do it, it just matters that you keep doing it. You'll eventually get really confident and you'll know exactly where you want to put your lines before you put them down. And you won't stress so much about your sketch layer and making your sketch look good and stuff like that. And you also won't... There's this issue that a lot of artists talk about that I've never really had, where they're like, oh, I do the sketch layer, and then when I do the line art, the sketch, like, the line art doesn't look good. The line art looks like ass because the sketch has more energy. The reason why is because you don't practice your line art enough. If you work on your line art, and if you build enough confidence with your line art and the ability to do your lines on their own without relying on the sketch, eventually the sketch just becomes kind of like, you kind of need the sketch to know where you're putting the lines, but you don't need to follow the sketch. Like, if you look at the way I sketch, a lot of it is chunks. It's like really chunky, and then when I go in with my line art, I do like so much more definition with my actual line art. Like I do the actual, I get like the movement, I guess, from the sketch of like where the hair goes. And then when I start doing the details of the, where is it? There we go. The details of the shirt and stuff. You can see that there's no detail here. Like I put in the detail when I do the line art. Because I'm already confident enough that I know where I want my lines to be when I go in. I don't need 500 sketch layers for that. What I do need the sketch layers for is the poses, because I'm just fucking bad at poses. But yeah, I can already see like these little details that I'm putting on like the stomach and stuff like that. I know where that stuff goes already. I just gotta actually put it there. And if you work on your ability to draw without a sketch, you will work on your ability to know where you want your lines to go before you even start putting them down. So that's my best advice. Draw in pen, just get a notebook and fill it with pen drawings, not pen sketches. I mean, you can sketch if you want, but sketching is different than drawing with the intent of that being the final piece, you know? So if you want to work on your line art, I would say don't sketch, draw. And it's going to be bad. It's going to be real bad. Maybe the entire notebook is going to be full of really bad drawings. And then you just get another notebook and you keep going. And before you know it, you won't even think of it as a big deal. Like, yeah, my first drawings were dookie when I first started trying to do that. Like, I didn't get good at it overnight. I definitely didn't. There's one more that I can show you guys. This one. And then we'll get back to actually drawing. Nope, not that button. This one was a drawing, another drawing I did for JK. This is, Sasuke from Naruto. I do not watch Naruto, but they really like Sasuke and wanted me to draw Sasuke, so I drew Sasuke. I think the reference I used for this was like somebody else's fan art or something like that. It looked like a real picture, like a one done by the artist to me, but I couldn't really tell. So here I'm trying to figure out like how to draw arms basically, because it had a weird perspective. Um, and I think I do two sketches. Yeah, this is another sketch layer. So my first sketch is usually either a stick figure or like very basic body stuff. And then my second layer usually does clothing and props and things like that. And then here's the line art. Struggling with the eye because I didn't know how I wanted to draw that eye. Struggling with these fingers because I don't know how to draw fingers. You know how it goes. Oh, and then I forgot the details on the ropes, so I went back for those. And then I knew I wanted to do this in black and white. It just took me a while to figure out the shades that I wanted to do for it. Because I wanted to try working on the like dot effect that you see in like manga and stuff. So there's a setting in Procreate where you can, which is what I'm doing right here, you color in a layer as if you're doing just normal shading. And then once the layer is already colored in, you add a filter to it that makes it dot. Yeah, you can see it turned into dots after I did that. So it's just shading in shades of gray and then adding the dot effect. I can't remember what it's called. I'll look at what it's called in a second. And then I also did it to a more extreme degree for the little swirly things around him. Yeah, let me see what that effect is called. Halftone, that's what it's called. So I can do it in like a new canvas for you guys. And then I'll be done with show and tell. And we'll get back to what we're here for. Okay, so we have, I'll just color this a color. So you have your canvas or whatever it is you're coloring. We'll pretend this is something I'm coloring. And then you have either your darker or your lighter tone. Nope, that's too small. Oh my god, this canvas is so big. I'm so used to the, there we go. Let me get my, actually, hold on. Let me get, where is it? Airbrushing. Yeah, so you're shading or whatever. You're shading your thing. That's way too big. There we go. So you're shading your thing, you know, you're picking your shadows and stuff. And then you get, you can get your lighter color. Is that lighter? That is not lighter. Let's do, like, no, that's also not lighter. Maybe like here. There we go. It's important to do it on a different layer. Make sure you separate your layers. So here's your lights. That is not light at all. What was I thinking? Nope, didn't want to delete it. Wanted to clear it. What am I doing? What am I doing here? There we go. That's lighter. Anyway, yeah, so you've got your shadows, you've got your highlights and stuff, and you want to blend it out as if you're, like, if you're doing it normally, you know? So you have your normal thoroughly enjoying and motivated by show and tell. I used to want to do like art teaching videos and art teaching streams, but I've never really had anybody interested, so I'm happy right now. Anyway, so you do this, you have your you have your blending, however you want to blend it out before you do this effect. It's important that you actually do render and blend out your stuff first, and then the effect is just an effect you add afterwards. It's not, you don't really rely on the effect, I guess. So now we need to do a alpha lock, which is very important because it'll get messy if you don't. And then go to the effects. We want the halftone effect. And then there's several different ways you can do it. So there is the full color halftone, which adds like colored particles. You can see if I make them really big, you can see what they look like. You'd both be interested? Okay, I can do that then. And then if you make them really small, so the effect is supposed to be seen from pretty far away. That's very important. So you're not like, you can do this if you want to do like funky stuff, but the effect is typically seen like this. Let me zoom in for you guys a little more. So you see it makes like this really cool like dotting hatching effect. And I would also say try not to overuse it either. I wouldn't do like a fully colored piece like this. I would do something that has like very basic cell shading and then do this. Yeah, it's a comic book thing. Yeah, it is a comic book thing. And then you could also do screen print. Screen print does a slightly different method. Like it's, I don't know how to describe it, but it does have like a different effect. If I switch between them, you can see the full color one like keeps the pinkish color, and then the screen print one kind of turns it white. Like it's still pink, but it's much more white. And then newspaper is black and white. So newspaper is good if you want really sharp black and white dots. So if you're doing a just black and white and not doing any kind of colors or shading. But yeah, full tone or full color will preserve like the opacity and stuff like that. And it kind of adds it on top. And then we can do the same thing with our dark layer. Where is it? Halftone. There it is. Can't remember what size I did the other one. My bad. But there you go. There's your halftone lesson. And now, like, if I zoom in a little, you can kind of see that it's like a slow blend. And I wouldn't do the halftone on your mid-tone. So like this this basic purple, I wouldn't do it on here. This right here, I would not do the halftone on that. Because if you do the halftone too much, it does become too much. So you definitely want there to be a medium basic color, and then you add the halftone to like your shadows. Either just your shadows or just your highlights, or your shadows and your highlights. You can do both. But definitely don't add it to all of your colors. I mean, that would be something different. Like, you could add your halftone to a finished piece. Like, that might look kind of cool. Yeah, it is a really cool effect. It's a really cool effect for like shading and stuff. All right, back to what I was doing. That was a nice little half-hour tangent there. Oh, gotta stretch my bones a little bit. Oh. Okay, drawing, no, inking, and then size is 5. Oh, we need to get this color back. Okay, we need to do... Oh my god, there's gunk on my laptop. But this is not a laptop, iPad. We need to do Need to do a sketch is what I need to do of the lines. So like, do I want to do like that? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I wish I could change the opacity without writing on the layer first. That's such a weird thing that they make you do. Okay. So do I want maybe a little bit darker? Do I want like this? I think I want this like off-centered. Like this. I could even do like this. No, I don't like that. I could also do something in here. Or I guess maybe, probably like this. I think there's not much room for that. Uh, it's kind of like a rupee from Zelda now. That looks a bit too intentional. Like it's been cut. And I think the Velvet Blue is more of a rough gem because it's just like spiky. It's not like polished or anything. Let's see. How can we do this to preserve that look? Let's do like a flat base like this. That looks too weird. Uh, could do like that maybe. Maybe. Hold on. I'm feeling out the shapes. They're coming to me. It's just taking a little while. I think adding like more lines will make it look more rough. Like more lines, more unevenness instead of the straight look. Oh, I could also be doing like more corners and stuff. Okay, I think that's as good as it's gonna get. No, I wanted you on top. Okay. Let's get this color. Nope. This color. Then we're gonna go more blue. This direction. A little bit darker. I think I'm gonna do this one a little bit different. Oh, I can't. Okay. I can't make it a clipping layer. That's fine. I'll just color carefully. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna do this one a little bit different than the other ones I did. Mainly because with the other ones, I knew exactly where I wanted to put the colors and stuff. But this one is giving me a little bit of trouble. So yeah, this can go down here too. Um, okay. Then I need a darker color. Less blue, more dark. There we go. Oh, I didn't make my brush small again. What? How did you get that shape out of that? The auto shaper thing is so weird sometimes. Oh, I didn't shade that back one there. lighter color. I'm gonna go blue again. I'm gonna go blue and lighter. I'm gonna do the unthinkable. It is kind of interesting having the mid-tone be like a pink and then having the shadows and the lights be bluish. I don't know, it gives an interesting vibe that I kinda like actually. I think I can get rid of the sketch layer now. There we go. That way I can see better. Let me also get rid of the grid. Okay. Let's see. one more color, maybe one more lighter color, maybe even one more darker color, or maybe a mid-tone. I think what I did with the others was I had the mid-tone, a light, two darks, and then a weird color. Weird in quotes. Yeah, that's how I was doing it. Okay, so I guess I need my weird color then. What's my weird color gonna be? Maybe like a light blue? Like this kind of blue? That is pretty dang interesting. Do I want it to be light or like this light? Or do I want it to be dark? Hmm. I think lighter might be better. It's too bright. Hmm. I have a feeling for what I want, but I can't get it. Hold on, let me do this. If there's a color that I want that I don't know how to get, usually what I'll do is I'll make a new layer and then I'll just put some kind of effect on it. So like, oh, let me not have the entire layer be that so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. So this is the part that's getting colored. I think I want like an overlay or maybe multiply. Oh, that looked freaky. That brown one, where is it? That one, the subtract. That looks weird. Oh, this one looks so cool. With like the purple dark and the yellow highlights. Oh my god, that's a great color palette right there. Where's multiply? Darken, burn. There's multiply. And then lower the opacity. Something like... I don't want it to be too close. Like that. I think that's the color I was going for. This one right here. Oh, that's a really dark color though. Okay, maybe it wasn't that one that I had imagined. Was it the lighter one then? Let's try the lighter one. Okay, yeah, that actually was absolutely it. Okay. Let's see. We'll do like here. It's also a good way to find colors that match with your current palette if you just add a like filter layer. Nope. Oh, it's not gonna. Hold on. There we go. I need to do another layer because it's gonna act weird with all these ones I'm already working with. But anyway, if you're struggling with your palette and you're like, I want a color that will fit this palette, I can't really figure it out, just do like another do like an overlay layer or something like that and find a way to blend the color into the palette you're already working with. And that's a great way to figure it out. Let's do like I'll do this in the darker color. I think that's good like that. I knew that sounded like Days Gone. I have got to play Days Gone on stream someday. Oh my god. Great game. Days Gone is a zombie game. It's very good. It's one of my favorites. I love it to death. And it's never getting a sequel because the entire like they hinted at a sequel, but the entire like developer studio got shut down because it was owned by like Sony, and Sony was like, we didn't make enough money, so they shut the studio down. Very, very sad. Okay, done with that color. We can merge that now. Um, yeah, it sucks. It was stupid. It sucked. I'm still mad about it today. All right, now we do our screen layer. And we'll do this color, and we'll do... Actually, wait, I'll do that, like, bright blue that I wanted to do earlier. Too bright. Still too bright. Maybe I'll need to do, like, not a screen layer, maybe... Let's see what color, what I can do to make this not look weird. Color dodge is not bad. Color dodge might be the one. Oh, divide just turns it pink. Yeah, I think dodge is the one. Oh, I didn't do the lines. Hold up, I gotta do that first. So on top of this, there is supposed to be crap. Let's do this layer, I suppose. We'll do our reference color here for that. This is supposed to be... We need like a really dark color. Okay, why isn't that showing up? Oh, wrong layer. Oh no, it's because it's a clipping layer. Don't clip. Is that dark enough? It might not be dark enough. That just looks like black. What if I do this color? That one's good. Okay. This one actually looks a bit dark. Lighten it up a little bit. And it's just my other color. What if I do, like, this blue? Lighten that. No, that looks weird. That's not bad. Oh wait, going towards pink actually made it a lot better. Alright, I'll do that then. Okay. Now I can do the highlight layer. Nope, never mind. I can't do the highlight layer. Holy shit. Holy shit, man. I keep missing things. It's that back one. I keep missing the back one for some reason. Keep forgetting about him down there. Alright, finally. This can be a little bit hard. Oh my god. Can't believe it took me 2 hours to do this one thing. Jesus. Well, it's almost done. Did not intend for this whole stream to be one gym, but okay. You like how iridescent looking it is? That wasn't intentional, but as long as it looks good, that's all I care about. Thanks, man. I didn't think about how close that is to that edge. Might need to scoot it over a bit. If I even can scoot that side over, because this one is pretty close too. I can probably shave off some of the line art right here. Like, it doesn't have to be this thick. That looks a little weird. I can still move it over though. There we go. Now it's more centered. I actually don't need that much room. Turned out fine. This one is too short. No, my math is wrong. It's fine. Not the only one to get cut off. Actually, I can scoot it over a tiny bit more. There's still a little bit of room there. Here we go. That's a little less obvious of a cutoff. Why isn't this song playing? What? These would look so cool as stickers. Thank you, Mayhem. I try reloading. Spotify can't play this song. Okay. I guess we'll just sit here in silence because Spotify decided it just doesn't want to play. We're almost done. So we won't need the music for much longer. As much as I wanted to keep going today, I guess we'll only have one today. So yeah, I could definitely yeah, go ahead and imagine the music mayhem. I could definitely offer these as stickers. Oh, for sure. Oh. Oh my god. I'm so tired. There we go. We only got one down today, but it's fine. Need to rename it to Velvet. No. Blue. There we go. When you need. That depends on whenever I manage to find a storefront I can use that I don't have to pay $1,000,000 for. It is, I have been wanting to open back up my shop, so it is something that's on the list. Oh my god, my eyeballs, they're always hurting, man, after I draw lately. I don't know why. So frustrating. Yeah, that's definitely gonna be all I can do for today. I almost went to my home screen on my iPad and just doxed myself. Whoopsie. Right in front of you guys. Let's go to this stream. Or this screen. Um I do want to keep streaming. I was gonna play Left 4 Dead with Mayhem and Bear. If they're still up for it, then we'll stream that. But I do need to go to the bathroom and stuff first. And also change my title and everything. So I will technically end stream, but I'm gonna be starting it right back up. Ooh. Oh, nice burger. What kind of burger is it, Bear? I could go for a burg. Or two, or three, right about now. Oh, I took painkillers and I still have a headache. Oh. A homemade cheeseburger with egg, guac, and lettuce. Minus the guac, I would like that. I love egg so much. Give me eggs. Oh my god, I love eggs. I don't like guacamole though, because it's avocados. I don't like avocados. How hydrated am I? I've got a bottle of water. It's almost empty, so I drank an entire bottle throughout the course of the stream. And I drank a bottle before that, before I even started streaming, so I'm hydrated, definitely. Always wanted to try egg on a burger. Egg is, egg good. Well, yeah, but you have like a water issue, Mayhem. That's why you drink 8 bottles a day. I have the opposite issue. I drink a little bit and I'm just like peeing the entire day. Anyway, I'm gonna end stream so I can redo my title and category and all that stuff. I'll be back with Left 4 Dead with Mayhem and Bear. Thanks people for coming out. Thank you YouTube for watching. This is gonna be the end of my recording for YouTube. See you in a bit.